Hey guys, I had a question about intermittent fasting and when to exercise, okay? So let's just talk about this for a second. You know, the whole goal is to drain out the excess fat that you have, right? Other goals would be just to feel better and get fit, but mainly people want to lose weight. And so they start adding intermittent fasting, ketosis, and they start adding these things. Typically the big mistake is adding too many of these things too fast. In other words, trying to go to 2 meals a day right off the bat and exercising on top of it, and they crash and burn. So I think the ideal indicator to know if you're doing it right is how you feel when you start to exercise and you actually go through it. Are your legs heavy? Do you feel tired? Do you feel like I can't go on? Or do you feel like you have a reserve that you can do it? That's the best indicator to know that you're able to handle it. As far as the timing goes, I don't suggest if you're doing cardio or interval training to do it early in the morning if you're going to wait, if you're in the fast period, because you're going to deplete your glycogen reserve, and if you're not ready for it, you have to adapt to it. You're going to get really hungry, okay? And you're going to feel lightheaded, hypoglycemic type reaction. So I always recommend doing the exercise, unless you're really, really fit, just before the meal, during the eating period, okay, between the first and second meal, the first, second, and third meal, or just like me, I exercise right after the last meal of the day. Okay, that's perfect because you have the glycogen reserve, you have the food there to satisfy, so you have the energy to work out. Okay, now are you going to burn more fat versus here versus here? There's a couple studies, and you can burn a little bit more fat if you work out in the evening because of the sleep cycles. Okay. It's not that significant, but it's a little bit more. Some people need to add more protein when they work out, like they're not doing any protein at all. So when you work out, you break down your protein. You're supposed to build it up. If you don't have the amino acids, if you don't have the protein there, you can feel a little bit weird. So you may want to adjust the protein a little bit, or even add a meal if you feel really kind of ravenously hungry and you can't handle. You're just going too fast, okay? That's all. So some people add creatine, okay, which is it's a supplement that you can add to improve recovery. I like it. It's good if you want to actually improve your recovery, and if you're trying to maybe develop more muscle mass, you can add that, and it doesn't necessarily have to be with the meal. Okay, I hope that answered that question, and put your comments below.